everybody, I am the Mademoiselle and this is my channel, and today we're going to be talking about why everyone loves family channels. Now you guys are probably wondering why I have this mask on. Honestly, I'm not trying to catch the infection, okay? Family channels are a disease and they also need to be taken off of YouTube. We all know they're the vermin of the internet, and I'm very happy that we are finally getting rid of them because they have to go. Okay, I'm tired of them. Fuck you all. You know what? Let me stop playing, all right? To be honest with you, I hate family channels. I can't stand them. But I will say, not all of them are bad. We're not gonna do that here. We're not gonna say all of them are horrible. We're not gonna say all of them are cancerous and all of them are disgusting, vile creatures, okay? Actually, two of my favorite family channels here on YouTube are K&A as well as Vlogs. So if you guys are looking for some wholesome family channels, you can definitely check them out. I'm going to link them down below. But today we're going to be talking about some very problematic family channels. There is going to be quite a few. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your snacks, grab your liquor, get your homework, get some office work done because we got a lot to cover. And of course, before we get started, if you haven't seen me before, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash everybody know that can help a sister out. Please double tap that notification bell, but if your notifications are not working, please take the time to go in the description box below and join the email newsletter list. I will be sending out emails once a week to tell you guys when I post videos every week. Anything that you missed on this channel or my Haitian channel, yes, I have a Haitian channel, go subscribe to that and just peep the description box for anything that you may have missed, merch, things like that. Follow me on Instagram, do lots of things on there. Also make sure to join the Discord. Channels. Now, family channels are not to be mistaken with mommy vloggers and relationship couple channels. Now, those are all completely different things, but they kind of all fall under the same umbrella. Now, family channels are literally usually mommy, daddy, kids. Couple channels are usually just boyfriend, girlfriend. Mommy channels are usually just mom and child. Now, even though they're under the same umbrella, we're mainly going to be talking about family channels. However, I am going to probably talk about one or two couple and one mommy vlogger in particular. Now, lately, family channels have been coming under a lot of fire, and this is because they all have the same damn characteristics that are just really, really problematic. The first one is that they have a blatant disrespect and disregard for their children and their emotional needs. It seems like they only care about making money off of their children. They do not care about making money off of their own talent. If they didn't have kids, realistically, there would not be a brand. You know that your favorite family vlogger is toxic if you remove the children out of the equation. You wouldn't watch that family vlogger. Almost every family vlogger is toxic for using their children as the basis and money driver for their content. Their children are the cash cows, and that is the issue. And the problem with this is there is absolutely no laws to protect these children like there is laws to protect children in Hollywood. These kids are most likely working very long hours, vlogging, basically being the basis of these content vlogs, and no one knows if there's money being put away for these kids in, you know, a separate bank account, for a trust fund even, you know. And what makes it worse is in the future, these kids are like going to be able to Google themselves and they're going to be in uncomfortable situations. A lot of these kids are literally forced to have their puberty on the internet. They're forced to have their births on the internet. They're forced to literally, as soon as they come into the world, have a camera in their face. And that's not really fair. So a lot of question is being brought up of how ethical is this? And a lot of these family channels are just like serial entrepreneurs, which is good. I'm a big fan of entrepreneurship. But you know, your family channel that you watching is horrible when every 2 motherfucking seconds there's a new business in play. Okay? Selling t-shirts, selling candy, selling tea, having a new event, giving cars away, selling hair products. every new day, it's a new business venture, it's a new event, or it just never happens, okay? Or next thing you know, they owe this person money, they owe that person money, and you know, you would think that you don't believe it because you know, oh, this person's clout chasing, but all the stories start to sound the same, and it's just the same redundant story of this person owes that person money, and that person never heard from that person, and it's just like, what in the hell is going on here? And all of these family stories, all these family vloggers, and all these family channels usually have the same damn story, and it just can't be a coincidence. And another running theme with a lot of these family vloggers that all of them seem to have in common is that a lot of them are very, very coerced and polished, and I feel like that's why a lot of people love to watch them. You know, a lot of people watch them for tips. You know, people just think it's cute at first. You know, it's like, oh, I have a family, I'm gonna watch them too. You know, or I mean, I feel like honestly a lot of people watch, you know, couples and family stuff because, you know, it's shit that they don't have. That's just my personal opinion. I feel a lot of people like to watch things they don't have subconsciously, but then eventually it just becomes a little like, oh my god, like they're so perfect. And these families just come off a little bit too perfect. And you start to wonder, how do they get everything on cue? And it gets real dark. And that brings us to the families we're going to be talking about today. So the first family is definitely going to be the mommy vlogger, which isn't really a family, but is a family. So of course we got Jordan Cheyenne. Now this is what sparked up the conversation that we're going to be talking about today, because this is what's been really going on, because a lot of people are very upset, and that's what kind of sparked up the conversation recently on social media. And she's basically being dragged for coercing her son into making a thumbnail while she was crying over their sick dog that had parvo. This is a really fucked up situation. Now, just to give you guys a quick little background, Jordan Cheyenne is a mommy vlogger, but not really. Now, a lot of people have this impression that she is a mommy vlogger, but technically she's not. She is a YouTuber with a son. I've watched Jordan Cheyenne for years, like literally years, probably like since she's been on YouTube, and she's not a mommy vlogger. She was not one of those people that was out here having her son in vlogs all damn day. She's never even made a sponsorship of her son, unlike these like other YouTubers I'm gonna be talking about and stuff like that. She's honestly built her platform mainly based off of her. She's had courses, you know, talking about finance and being a boss and entrepreneurship. However, she would have certain videos where her son would be featured in it. However, in this instance, she actually just moved into a new apartment. She already had a dog, and she decided to get a puppy. The puppy was, you know, really sick, and she decided to vlog the situation. And as she was vlogging the situation, she was, you know, filming, and she forgot to cut out a part when they were taking out the thumbnail. As she was taking the thumbnail, essentially, she was telling her son to pose as she was crying with him. And while he was crying, she was like, oh, cry like this, pose like this, basically trying to stage the thumbnail while he was crying instead of caring for his feelings in that moment. Is that horrible? Absolutely. Have I seen worse on YouTube? Absolutely. Have people done worse on YouTube? Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you after this is just so much worse because we saw how the oatmeal is made in the pot, y'all.
Can't wait for her to bring her home and be part of our family. Put your head right here. Closer. Pray for us. We appreciate it. I love you guys. Bye. Come here. Come closer for the video. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Put your head right here. Come closer. Closer. Down. Put your head down here. Act like you're crying. Really quick.
I am crying.
Go like this.
No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying.
No, I know, but go like this for the video. Go like this. Put one hand up. Go like this. No, go like this. Put your hand like this. But let them see your mouth. Let them see your mouth.
No, Mom, I'm actually crying.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm actually crying.
I know. Look at me. Look at me. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Now, it's really crazy because I feel like she had to be the example for all of this. And even though realistically she's not really like your typical mommy relationship family vlogger, it really showed, oh my god, like what the hell, what are these kids really going through behind the scenes? Because the kid is crying over, you know, sick, practically dying dog, and instead of caring about your child's feelings, you choose to film this. And to be quite honest with you, I was shook because I watched her for years, and right after the situation, she apologized. She apologized mad times.
Cheyenne spoke to Today Parents on Tuesday, saying that what she did was disgusting and inexcusable, but not uncommon for people who put their children on YouTube. I want people to know, I've deleted my channel. People think I deactivated my channel, but I deleted it. I have no sponsors, no pay, no monetization. I've given up all of that to be behind the scenes and extremely present with my child and get us both into counseling. She said a lot of coaching goes on behind the scenes of YouTube family videos. Of course, people have their kids ham it up. Behind the scenes, they're like, do this, I'll give you a treat. It's so wrong, and I can't even say how disappointed in myself I am. I want to be clear, I have no excuse. But I think it opened a conversation for how a lot of people might be running their channels. Cheyenne said that her son Chrisand will never be on YouTube again. The good thing is, he doesn't know how all of this is blown up. This trauma doesn't need to get put on him, she said. I made a huge mistake. That's all on me. I'm owning it.
I never saw the video. Like, I didn't see the video until this shit blew up. And it didn't blow up till like days later. So right after the situation, she apologized. She was like, guys, I feel so disgusted. I'm really, really sorry about the clip. Why did she film it in the first place? The thing is, the girl films everything. She is a vlogger. Like, she's a daily vlogger. So like I said, she's not a mommy vlogger, but she's a daily vlogger. She vlogs her life. She does like little day in my life, what I eat in a daily. She does that type of thing. And her son just pops up. So if her son's in the video, he's in the video. She's not one of those like, oh, what my son had today. Oh, what my son had for his football. Like, she's not doing that. Like, she's not a mommy vlogger. Since that's part of her life, the dog is part of the life, her son is part, like, it's, you know, it's just featured. So it's one of those things where like it just happened to be there and she forgot to edit that part out and it just happened to be aired. Girl, you apologized, moved on, and she kept bringing attention to the situation and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. Girl did a whole interview. Y'all, it just became a whole shit show. If you guys type in her name, you'll see the mess. Had to do an interview and now her whole channel's gone. I don't know when she's gonna come back, if she's gonna come back. But her reputation is pretty much ruined right now. Why in the hell would you be sitting there worried about a thumbnail before his emotional well-being? Like, I didn't even see the clip. Like, I literally commented on the video like, girl, it's fine, whatever. Like, cause I didn't even see the clip. And then I saw the clip, I'm like, oh bitch, oh no, you did it. And then that brings us to the next people that I honestly cannot stand, and I did a video on them. If you guys did not watch it, I'm definitely gonna link them down below along with other references. Myka fucking Stauffer, who gave back their adopted child. You heard that right. Givesy backsies, bitch. Okay? Givesy backsies returned. Yes, they returned their adopted child. Now, you guys are probably thinking, people do that all the time, Ivana. That's not uncommon. It's disgusting to give back anything like that. Okay, even if you adopted a pet and it didn't work out after they built a bond with you and you give it back, that's disgusting. If you adopted a child and you have the nerve to go give that child back after you built a bond with them, that's disgusting because that's traumatic. This woman adopted a child from a foreign country with disabilities, documented the entire thing for YouTube, had sponsorships with this child, sat there duct taping his fingers and doing all types of goofy shit to get him to stop sucking his thumb. Y'all, the theatrics that this woman did with this child, for her to have the nerve, the gall, the audacity to return him to sender. She already had 4 other children and they told her, hey, taking care of this child will be a little bit difficult. And she said,
oh no, I'm gonna take this child in as my own. My child is not returnable.
The 33-year-old takes full responsibility for the hurt she caused. Quote, this decision has caused so many people heartbreak, and I'm sorry for letting down so many women that looked up to me as a mother. Myka called herself naive when starting the adoption process, adding that she was not selective or fully equipped or prepared. And while she says the experience has been hard, she added that she's still glad it happened because Huxley has been given a new chance at life after being brought from China to America in 2017. Quote, I also know that even though he is happier in his new home and doing better, that he still experienced trauma, and I'm sorry. No adoptee deserves any more trauma. Myka also shot down the rumors that they adopted Huxley to gain wealth, writing that while they did receive some money from videos featuring Huxley, every penny and much more went back into his care.
I'm shook because she had no shames in this shit. Like, she tried to kind of like not say much about it, and then people started to ask about it and it became a whole big thing. That one had to be the worst for me. I know her channel's definitely gone because people were very upset. This got national attention. People were making videos left and right. It was a whole thing.
Myka said she has records from her former son's therapist because he had self-injuries from excessive thumb sucking. She claimed his skin would be raw and he would have blisters from sucking his thumb. Myka referred to using duct tape on his thumb as a bad judgment call. She said they would purchase thumb guards for him, but he would rip them off. The report also indicated the duct tape was a one-time incident. In hindsight, Myka said she should have paid for the $200 device instead of using duct tape. The Stauffers said they started a GoFundMe at the beginning of the adoption process and raised around $800. The adoption cost $42,000 and the $800 went towards the initial home study. The Stauffers said they received multiple calls from people who had watched their former son, including medical professionals, saying they couldn't care for him anymore. The Stauffers also said multiple people had quit on them, at least in part due to their former son's aggression towards the other kids. The Stauffer said one of the reasons they chose to rehome their former son was because they had to hire a full-time caregiver, which was expensive. They claimed their former son would physically attack their other children and said they had video evidence proving these claims. The report also indicated the Stauffers were informed it's not uncommon to see this behavior in children adopted overseas, and they do not usually do well in homes with younger children. The Stauffers were also informed children adopted overseas should be placed with families with no children or with one or two older children. When these children are in homes with younger children, they are unable to get the attention and supervision they need. Stauffer said private therapists were coming into the home for 7 hours a day for 7 months and documented their attempts to control their former son. Myka said when her former son went to his new home, one of her daughters told her, "I'm so happy I don't have to get in the head anymore." Myka said the rehoming was necessary and their doctor told her the child needed a better fit. The Stauffer said the child's new family was scared and wanted to maintain their privacy. The detective informed them she needed to make sure the child was safe and healthy. The lawyers described the thorough home study process the new family went through. A full investigation by a caseworker, employment check, tax check, criminal background check, fire inspection, safety audit, and medical exams. This process is done on all adults in the home.
He is with a whole new family now. They have been doing social checkups on him, and it's just so fucked up because he did not deserve that. That is a child, and he was about 5 years old. Like, it's one thing to like not, you know, really want to keep him because you really can't take care of him, but to literally sit there and like use him for content is a whole nother ball game. You knew what the fuck you were doing, bitch. I genuinely cannot fathom her logic there. It's people like that that really ruin the shit for everybody. Of course, we have D&B Nation, okay? Dick and Balls Nation. These people probably made me hate family channels, okay? Damien and Bianca. I had to do it. These motherfuckers, of course, they are infamous for their horrible pranks, annoying ass clickbait, and their blatant colorism. If you guys do not remember, I think the last video I did on them was when they had their baby Nova. They were more concerned about Nova's eye color and skin color and features than the health of Nova. And I'm very confused by that. I don't understand.
Yeah, you can see her nails. Yep. Look at her ear. You see it?
Her ear is dark.
I think she might be like DJ, because DJ, he was dark when he was little. Oh my god, you guys, she looks so cute from back here. Aww.
Ain't no denying her. You got the same forehead.
Oh gosh, you give all of our kids the forehead, Damien. Even Kyrie has the forehead.
Well, at least she's a girl.
I know, she's actually a girl, you guys.
Because with her forehead, she could cover up.
With her hair.
With her hair.
Yeah.
Her nipples even dark. That's how I know she's gonna be dark.
They're all different. It really depends on what color eyes are going to end up with. They all end up usually start out brown eyes for sure. For sure.
I thought you said her color gonna come in for a couple weeks.
But I know she's gonna have
the darker eyed babies usually stay dark.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I had blue eyes when I was born.
Sorry.
I thought she was gonna have pretty eyes.
Light blue eyes.
She do got pretty eyes.
Light blue, and the other one, she's gonna have brown eyes for sure.
How y'all feel about that?
how I feel about that.
About her eyes being brown.
That's okay.
That's okay?
Yeah. Brown eyes, girl.
That's okay. Still be either. You get to color a little bit darker.
No, she's gonna be darker than DJ.
If you look at her noses and her ears.
Her ears. Look at her.
eyes are open. Oh.
Now, Bianca's rebuttal for this was the most ridiculous, disgusting, ignorant shit I've ever heard in my entire life. And the clips went viral. And since the clips went viral, they decided to make a response video to all of this. And the response video was complete shitty caca. I don't even understand why they did this. But me, I study public relations. I'm getting my master's in it. And I'm one of those people that believes all publicity is good publicity. And they know what the fuck they're doing, okay? I don't, like, they've been in scandals before. They haven't been in a scandal in a very long time, but they've been in scandals before. They know damn well what the fuck they're doing. But to be honest, this whole situation did not need a motherfucking response, okay?
In the video, I was looking at her and I said, I was talking to the nurse, and the nurse was like, if they're dark right now, they're always gonna stay dark. And I made a statement, yeah, because when I was born, my eyes were blue, and now my eyes are green. And then I looked at her and I said, aw, I wish you had pretty eyes. Now, when I said, I wish you had pretty eyes, I didn't literally mean she doesn't have pretty eyes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean, oh my gosh, my daughter has ugly eyes. When I say pretty eyes, I meant the term of green eyes. Because, baby, have you ever gotten a compliment about your eyes?
No.
No, okay. My sisters have never gotten compliments about their eyes. My mom always told me that everywhere we went, everybody was like, oh my gosh, your daughter has such pretty eyes. Brown eyes don't get complimented like green eyes or hazel eyes or blue eyes. Now when I said to her, I wish you had pretty eyes, I didn't mean it as if she has ugly eyes.
And of course, we cannot forget the infamous DMB Nation University. Okay?
And today, guys, we're gonna show you how to become successful just like us on YouTube.
Stop what you're doing and sign up now. Don't wait. Sign up now.
What you waiting for? Matter of fact, stop watching this video. Go sign up right now. Hey, let's get it, man. Let's go. Hey, our handshake.
DMB.
We can't forget that, you know, they thought they was professors. Okay, they were gonna teach y'all how to be YouTubers and shit. And honestly, everybody got a course. Okay, I'm working on a course. Everybody got a course. There's nothing wrong with having a course. What's wrong is taking people's money and not delivering a course. Hundreds, thousands of dollars and disappearing, not giving a course at all. Problematic. That's what they did. I genuinely don't understand them. Anywho, these motherfuckers get on my nerves. Do you guys not see the constant pattern here? Family channels just can't sit the fuck down. Like, they're always on the next scheme, the next this, the next that to make money. They always got their hands in different pots. And yes, as an influencer, you do have to do different things, but everything that these people do always involves their fans, always involves their, you know, subscribers, and always involves different salacious shit that is always dishonest. Can y'all ever do anything of integrity? And that brings me to my next, Chris and motherfucking Queen. You guys probably like, oh my God, he found out they broke up. Oh my God, never forget. I'll never forget how they stole those iPhones from their fans when they were together. I'll never forget. They need to run those phones back to those fans. Before these motherfuckers was sitting pretty on their little fucking internet thrones, whatever the fuck, they was sitting here scamming kids out of hundreds of dollars, telling them they was gonna get them new ass iPhones, okay, for a low ass price. And literally, in plain cut, they just never gave them these phones.
Put more money aside towards college.
Yeah, well, no, not just his college. I'm talking about his future, period. If anything happened to me,
well, what do you do? Do you put money aside for his college?
Yeah, we both make our money together, right? And so you mainly
make money on the side.
Chris,
you make money. We both make money on the side.
Okay, I make money on the side, but not as much as we do together, though.
Okay, I make money on the side too.
If you're going to be in control of the finances, you need to.
Yesterday, my mom messaged Chris and Queen's Instagram about buying an iPhone. She asked them if they had any more available. He said yes, or they said yes, and then they asked for my mom's number. And it went from Instagram DMs to texting. Basically just saying, like, we wanted a phone, how much, all of that. So then it went from there to actually us sending the money from my sister's bank account, and we sent the money. My mom texted them like 4 times, and then we realized that they blocked my mom on text messaging. So then we went to Instagram through my mom's and saw that they had blocked her on Instagram too. So we were like, okay, obviously we realized then that we were being scammed. Then I took it upon myself to post pictures on Instagram, and I was commenting like over 100 times scammers on their pictures, and they deleted everything I said and blocked me. So my brother did the same thing. They did the same to him. Everyone who did anything got blocked. We've been scammed $250. We called the cops. There's going to be an investigation, but I just don't think it's right or fair that they took $250 from me and my family. I know we're not the first ones who they've done this to.
This the shit that I'm talking about. And of course, I know you guys probably don't remember the Queen fake miscarriage scandal. You don't. Oh, bless your heart. Yeah. This Queen Naija faked the whole miscarriage. Like, these motherfuckers just do anything for clout. Like, anything for clout. Faking a miscarriage for views. All of that shit is just disgusting. Like, it really is. And anyone that sat there and believed that is ridiculous. Ain't nobody about to be sitting there walking around with a hospital gown and all of that shit. Like, come on. Bye, bitch. Haters. Haters, haters, haters. The people that's gonna say I'm a hater, you a hater. You a hater for thinking I'm lying, because the proof is in the pudding. To be honest, when they give those kids their iPhones, I get over it. But I'm not, because they not. Moving on. Of course, we got the Ace family, who's always in controversy from cheating on his wife / fiance. At this point, when the fuck are they getting married? Is the relationship even real? The world may never know. I don't understand. To not paying people for fake ass events that he's trying to throw to keep his ass from going bankrupt, because we don't know, because he keeps saying he's not being bankrupt, but the papers on the internet say otherwise, because all of that's public record. He's rolling in the deep. It's sad for the kids, but at this point, it's just like they're trying to put up a facade. And that's another thing with these family channels that annoys me and that always fucks them over. They want to really play up this image that they're like doing so much better than they are. And it's like, relax, you're broke. It's okay. You don't have to have this big ass mansion and push a Rolls Royce and all of that. We all know that you're on a ramen noodle diet and, you know, all you can afford is Walmart. Me too.
Why you gotta act like that? We knew you'd be eating up ramen noodles, hot dogs. Why you gotta act like that?
But no, seriously, this shit don't make no damn sense.
Because I bought the public records. These documents reveal that the Ace family is in fact losing their home to foreclosure, and they are currently in over $9 million worth of debt. So let's get into it. Before we get into this video, I want you guys to know that reporting on this story brings me no joy at all. Your home is your sanctuary, it's your safe space, and it makes me really heartbroken to know that these children are going to lose their home along with their parents, because the kids have no fault in this at all. It's all Austin and Catherine's fault at the end of the day. And we've made a video talking about the fact that they're going to be losing their home. A lot of you guys weren't sure about that at the time. You're like, wait, hold on, Sloan, do you actually know what you're talking about? But I do, and I have the public records to back it up. So let's talk about what's been going down with the Ace family home. You guys are probably wondering, what is foreclosure? Well, when you go and purchase a home, you usually don't pay cash for it, because that's a lot of money. So you take out a loan, you borrow from someone else, and they put up that money for you in return for payments. Well, if you're not paying that person who gave you that loan, you are then defaulting on the loan, which will lead to a foreclosure if you don't have your finances straight, which the Ace family doesn't. And what's unfortunate about putting your life out there is that everyone sees everything going on, the good and the bad. The first phase of foreclosure is payment default. This is when Austin and Catherine didn't go and pay the bank back for the loan they used for their home. The second phase in the foreclosure process is notice of default, which we've actually talked about before. The notice of default is pretty much a notification to the homeowners that you're not paying back your money and your home is going to be foreclosed. When I made my first video about this situation, that was the public records that we were referring to in that video that showed that their home was headed towards foreclosure. If you guys did not see that video, here is a picture of that notice of default, and in this filing, we learned that the Ace family is in debt. Over $8 million in debt. If you look at the corner of the screen, right up there in the second paragraph, you see that $8 million is in debt over this home, and it's actually gotten worse. So I want you guys to remember that $8.7 million number because it's only going to get larger. So that was phase 2. That was notice of default. And now we're on phase 3. And that's where we're at in this situation of the foreclosure process. Phase 3 is notice of trustee's sale. So this is pretty much a notice to let everyone know that this house is going to be put up for sale or auction. This depends on the state, but pretty much after this notice is sent out, you got about 21 days and the house can be auctioned off. So pretty much the notice of default was to inform the family that they still have a chance to make a payment and make this right. But the notice of sale lets them know that you're a little too late and it's time that we get our money back. The notice of sale states that the trustee will sell your home at auction within 21 days of that notice. And like I said, those are the public records that I spent $5 on to show you today. Here's the first page of that public record, and as you guys can see, it's a notice of trustee sale. I mean, it's straight up telling them and telling the public that this house is going to be for auction very soon. You guys can see on September 28th at 10:30 a.m., the house is going to be up for sale. And as you guys can see, Ace Hat Collection is their LLC. So I'm guessing they either bought the house with their LLC or they took out the loan through their LLC. It also looks like the house will be sold at a public auction to the highest bidder for cash. Wow, interesting. Here's the second page of that notice, and there's a lot to unpack here. Remember that $8.7 million worth of debt that the Ace family's in? Well, now we're looking at about $9.3 million worth of debt. And this tells me that they never made this situation right. They never went and paid their bills. So now they've got even more debt because of this house. And there's no way in hell that this house is not going to be sold off, because a lot of people were like, oh, maybe they're going to fix this. Maybe they'll do some bankruptcy. Not if the debt is getting worse and worse. There's been no improvement here. And they've only got about less than 2 weeks until their house is going to be auctioned off.
It's just, oh my God. And of course, the first thing that they did that actually had them on my radar was the fake giveaway with, I believe it was a Jeep. I forgot what the car was, but they did a fake car giveaway. They did about 2 fake car giveaways. Then of course it was the fake charity event. Then there was that other fake basketball event that I did a video with Trace on. I'm gonna link everything down below, y'all. Long story short, a pro basketball player came out of nowhere, was not even part of the game, and he happened to know this basketball player, and he won the charity game. And then of course there's that whole situation recently that's going on with the whole boxing event where the boxers haven't gotten paid yet. It's just so many scandals going on. And of course, Catherine has her whole skincare beauty line situation where the company is actually suing her. Yes, her own company is suing her because she tried to basically take over her own company, which technically it wasn't her company, but it was her company. This is another thing you guys need to understand. A lot of influencers don't really own the companies that they claim they own. A lot of them kind of just are the face of it, and she's being sued by them because she kind of slighted them in a sense. So honestly, there's a lot of karma going on with them, and it's sad because a lot of them, they've done a lot of shysty things behind the scenes. They've done a lot of course, clickbaiting, a lot of deceiving their fans. It's just really, really sad. What's really bad is they have kids to take care of, and their kids are going to suffer from this because again, they're going through a bankruptcy situation. They're losing their house. Their house is on auction right now. A lot of things would be avoided if you just told the truth. And of course, we have that whole situation that honestly started all of this situation in questioning of family channels with Daddy05. Was, a family channel on YouTube that did lots of pranks on their kids. Problem with Daddy05 was that his kids were literally showing signs of distress, and he tried to basically play it off saying that, the kids were not stressed and saying that the kids were actually acting, okay? He said all the pranks were fake, and he didn't care that he would lose his channel from saying all the pranks were fake. Everyone everyone was calling him out. Philip DeFranco was the main one calling him out, and it got to a point where everything was so bad that people called CPS to his house and they started investigating. Kids got taken away, channel had to go away. It was really, really bad. I heard actually some of the kids actually have their own channel now, but this is how serious a lot of these things actually get. YouTube is probably actually going to start having real regulations when it comes to kids on YouTube. They already do have regulations when it comes to kids on YouTube now. Like, if things are made for kids, we kind of have to mark it on the back end when we upload. Like, it's getting pretty serious. So I don't know how that's gonna work in the future, but I'm very sure YouTube will start regulating. Even the government might start regulating things when it comes to kids on the internet. It needs to be a thing. I think parents should start monitoring kids on the internet. You guys already know how I feel about that. I feel like kids should not be on the internet. I feel like kids should have like a monitored usage of the internet in itself, because it's real dangerous out here. There's too many things on the internet that kids should not have access to. Yeah, what do you guys think about family channels? Do you think they're toxic? Couple channels, relationship channels, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this video. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye.